I get very self-aware at the airport. I always want to make sure that I'm doing everything right. And it's not because I'm afraid they're going to think I'm like up to hijinks. Hijinks is what I call terrorism. It's not that. I want to get through security very efficiently. Like I want to be the best one. You ever feel that way? Like it's a test and you really want to kill it, right? You want the TSA people to be kind of like impressed with you. It's not enough for them to know that I'm not a threat. I want them to like be proud of me and like me as a person. Every time the last TSA guy clears me, I always want to turn back and be like, okay, so what could I be doing better? No liquids over 3.4 ounces. Laptop was where it was supposed to be. I don't know if you saw, I was helping with the bins, even though it's not mandatory. I took my shoes off in the Uber on the way here. For 40 minutes I've been wearing shoes. I came prepared. He's just like, all right, kid, I'm just gonna give it to you straight. I've been working this job day in, day out for 38 years, and I have never seen anyone move through this line with the grace and dignity that you displayed here today. You're the best I've ever seen. The best I've ever seen. And it's not just that. Watching the way you handle yourself, I saw the bins. I just get the sense that you have something that a lot of people that come through this terminal don't have. A good heart. You got a good heart, kid. Anyway, my name's Robert. I kind of run things around here. And I'll be watching your career very closely. Thank you for reminding me why I do what I do. He's still talking with his wife about me over dinner. Honey, he was just so intentional and precise. With every single one of his movements, I've never seen anything like it. I just hope he chooses to fly through LaGuardia again. That's all I do come from an immigrant family. My parents came here from Iran. And I'm very proud of my heritage now, but when I was a kid, I was embarrassed by it, you know? I just wanted to fit in. I wanted to be American. So I distanced myself from my culture whenever I could. You know, my friends would come over and be like, your house smells funny, or your mom talks funny. And I'd have to be like, hey, I know, what's her problem, right? I was just thinking the same thing. I'm just as upset as you, if not more so. There's really no excuse for that kind of behavior. Remember when she called the Super Bowl the Super Ball? I don't care what happens to her. I don't. I code switch on them. You're right. These people come here smelling like cinnamon and snakes. I'll tell you what we Americans smell like is amber waves of grain. It's a really weird way to grow up because your folks depend on you way sooner than an American family. Because English was my mom's third language and my dad's fourth, which made me like the English professor of the house. I had to translate everything, you know? Which is a lot of power for a little kid to have. I would just be like playing with my toys. I'm 7. They walk up to me with like a letter about our mortgage. They're just like, please, Professor, can you please decode these strange shapes? They have no meaning to us. I'm just like, one moment, please. I have nearly finished with my research on Batman versus Ninja Turtles, you see? Oh my God, they're foreclosing on us. That's crazy. Hold on. A lot of roles like that were reversed, where I would be teaching them, you know, bedtime stories. I did all the reading, and I had to explain a lot because immigrants are stupid. I don't know if you know. I'll just be like, yeah. So the wolf wants to blow their houses down so he can eat all the pigs. That's what. What's that, Mom? I don't know why he doesn't just use his paws. That's a really good question. Maybe if we keep reading, they'll tell us. Let's keep reading. That's good active listening. Let's keep reading. That's really good. That's really good. What? Yes, I remember there was a wolf in your town that ate a few people. I remember it. I remember it. Yes, I remember they made him the mayor. Okay, let's get back to the... That's a Persian bedtime story. There was a wolf in the village who killed 2 children, but everybody loved him. Find the lesson in that one. I live with my girlfriend now. She speaks English really well. We've been going out for 2 years. It's been great. She's loved my life. She's also the reason why I'm a fat little slut in front of you this evening. I've gained about 30 pounds since we started going out. I really think the worst thing that a woman could do for a man is to love and accept him for who he is. Don't do it, ladies. He's gonna take his foot off the gas. It's not a good idea. Her love is literally killing me. I don't think it's all her fault. I do think it's just the times that we're living in. It's too easy to eat like crap now. It's crazy that I could take out my phone right now and press a few buttons, and then in 20 minutes a man will show up with a pizza and he legally has to give me that pizza. That's a disaster. There should be a law where if the DoorDash guy doesn't think that you should have it, he doesn't have to give it to you. Just like, please, sir, for you, I don't think it's good. Please, please, don't do. Don't do. Sir, is not, don't do. Just an exhausted Bengali man who's trying to save my life. I think they're Bengali. I'm honestly not sure. But I think that's okay. I think it's better not to know. This is an interesting thing that I've noticed about identifying someone's race. Like if you say, oh, I can't tell the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean people, they all look the same to me, you sound super racist. You do. But if you say you can tell the difference, that's like way more racist, right? That's like way worse. If you're like, yeah, I know who's who. Head circumference, forehead shape. Line them up, I'll tell you. This was my grandpa's job during the war. I'll tell you exactly who's who. That's way worse. We have a dog. With dogs, it's completely different. Everyone knows what every breed is. They can identify. We can know what their personalities are. We know even what their issues are, and it's fine. I think the way we talk about dogs is a little bit racist. Can you imagine if we spoke about ethnicities the way we do about dogs? You just see someone across the street and you're like, oh my God, is that an Armenian? Is that? I have always wanted one. Do you know what I mean? They're so adorable. They're vivacious, right? They have a joy of life. I'll tell you what you have to watch out for, though. They have vision problems when they get older. Did you know that? They do. My aunt had one. They do. They have vision problems. I get jealous of animals, man, I really do, because they don't have any schedules, and I think that's amazing. I feel so overscheduled. Every moment of my life is so regimented. All of us are, right? In the city especially. Every day I have to wake up, walk the dog, I gotta stop at the pharmacy for my girlfriend, I gotta do some work, it never ends. Do you know what the schedule was for every bird in the world today? You know what it said? It said one thing: chill, baby. Be a bird. A bird's life isn't regimented, it's like improvisational jazz. You don't know where it's gonna go. Zabba-doo-ba-doo, eat a worm over here. Zabba-dabba-doo, take a poop over there. Zabba-doo-da-labba-doo, a taxi killed my son. Zabba-dee-dee-dabba-dee-do. Sure, your kids are dying all the time, but that's jazz, baby. That's jazz. No, we're having a really good time. My girlfriend and I. I've never lived with anyone before, and it's so much fun. Every night we cuddle up on the couch and we're watching TV, you know. We like to watch the reality competition shows. That's our favorite thing to watch. And I hadn't seen these shows in forever because I was single. You're not allowed. You got to be in a couple to watch them. And they've gotten insane. Mazel tov. Answer it? Don't answer it. Leave it. Mazel tov. Anyway, These shows have gotten crazy. Like 25 years ago, a reality show was like, listen, it's 30 people on an island. Last one standing gets $1 million. That's the show. That's it. Now it's gotten so complicated. It's like 100 singles, 20 horses, 4 abandoned cruise ships, a witch. Whoever gets voted into the Verizon Wireless Secret Bake Off, presented by Pepsi Wireless, before they're kidnapped by the Masked King, wins $8,000. The prizes they've gotten very low. The prizes have gotten very low. And your host, well, the movie industry is dead, so we managed to get 3-time Academy Award winner Meryl Streep. Wild. It's my birthday in a couple of months. Thank you so much. That was nice. I don't know, you probably won't see me, so thank you. And it always makes me think about my life, like where I'm at, and I'm really happy with where I'm at. I am. I don't have any regrets. I have one regret for my whole life. I was 6 years old, okay? And I was flying. I think it was my first time flying. I was with my mom, and the flight attendant walks up to us and she says, the captain would like to know if you want to come up to the cockpit and sit with him. They used to do this. This was before the hijinks of 9/11, okay? They used to do this. She said, do you want to come into the cockpit? You can ask questions about the aircraft. He'll give you a little pin like he has. So cool, right? And I didn't do it. I was too shy. And I regret that so much. I regret that every day. Because I'll never get that chance again as long as I live. That's all. I'm not seeing cockpits now. In my imagine me, mid-flight. Calling over a flight attendant like, hey. Tell a captain I want to go see the cockpit. And I'm gonna have some questions about the aircraft. I don't want a little pin like he has. They're just like, all right, well, we're gonna land the plane immediately. And once we do, your life is really gonna change fast. So. They're taking me through the airport in handcuffs. Someone yells out, hey, you leave him alone. I'm like, Robert? He says, you get your hands off him. He's got a good heart. Thanks, guys. I'm Alon Elian.
I'm skipping a family party to be here. Little baddie alert. Happy birthday, Dad. I'm done with family parties. I'm sorry. After the last one, I decided no more. I'm not going to do it anymore. I just won't. Because you ever go to a family party and it's got the exact opposite energy of what a party should be? Right? The last one I went to, my stepmom saw me coming down the driveway with a bottle of wine, and she ran out and intercepted me and was like, this is actually going to be a dry party. And I was like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Alcohol is what makes it the party. You know what I mean? And then she was like, well, Uncle Wayne is sober now, so we can't drink around him anymore. And I was like, oh, that's actually pretty fucking selfish, don't you think? I was addicted to drugs. I would never say to you, don't bring heroin to my birthday party. Bring it. I want you to bring heroin to my birthday party. Every year, people are like, what should we bring to the party? And I'm dropping hints like, I don't know, whatever you think's a good time. That's how addiction works. You know, you always want to be around it. And I don't know, sometimes people say to me like, oh, that's crazy, like that you were wrapped up in drugs. Like, how did that all happen, you know? And I always say like, I was a very depressed kid, right? Like I did not see the possibility of life. And I didn't feel like I could do anything. And believe it or not, it's drugs that broke me of that thought process. And I'll never forget the day it happened. I was smoking crack with a prostitute in a closet. And she threw up into a shopping bag, right? And that's standard stuff, okay? But then she hung that shopping bag up on a hanger in the closet, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh my God, we can do whatever we want. There's almost nothing we can't do. And then she tried to have sex with me like an hour later, and I was like, okay, not that. You are disgusting. Sometimes people don't like that joke because it sounds like I'm being anti-sex work, you know what I mean? And I have to try to remember, like, a lot of people's daughters are probably on OnlyFans now, so that hits close to home, you know what I mean? Isn't that great? All these girls rolling around on their mattress in their bikinis being like, I'm a sex worker. And it's like, no. You gotta taste the dick to be a sex worker. I'm sorry, I spend a lot of time with these gals and you're co-opting somebody else's existence. Somebody else's experience, that's fucked up. I don't know. I'm clean now. All right. Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna clap for that. I almost thought you wished I was dead. I'm clean. I got a job. I'm a participating member of society. It's not my dream job. I'm a waitress, you know what I mean? But I'm using my time as a waitress to kind of like try to mentor these younger kids, right? Like kind of like try to show them the way. It's not easy. I know every generation of adults says this, you guys, but this time I mean it. These kids are so fresh. They're out of control. I said to this 17-year-old busboy, I was like, hey, could you do me a favor? Could you clear that table over there? And he turned around to me and he was like, you know what? Why don't you suck it? Yeah, he said that. And I was like, you want to know something? I would, but you're a minor and that's illegal. Yeah, you're not gonna catch me tripping. I'm following all the laws now, okay? Because you know I'd be like, And he put it on Snapchat and the cops would have it like that, right, guys? My life would be over immediately. You can't do it anymore. The golden age of fucking kids was like 10 years ago. Today, the technology moves too quickly. I don't know who needs to hear that in this room, but statistically, like 8 people. How crazy is that? There are 8 pedophiles in this room, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my time up here trying to figure out who it is. And if you're not laughing, yeah, just kidding, sorry. One of my coworkers is pregnant, and but she's one of those girls that's always getting pregnant and announcing it right away, but then she parties, so she loses the baby like a couple weeks later. But I don't want to be selfish, but that's really fucking awkward for all of us, you know what I mean? We've already said congrats. And everybody knows, you know, you are supposed to wait at least 3 months before you announce the pregnancy, because that's how you know you're gonna carry your baby full term, right? Me personally, I like to wait all the way up until I'm throwing it in a dumpster, because I feel like before then, it's nobody's business. It's called HIPAA, look it up. Sometimes that joke bums people out, so I want to like keep it super positive right now and let you guys know that she's pregnant again. And yeah, She's pregnant again, and this time we're at the 5-month mark, you know what I mean? So we know that she's gonna carry this baby full term. I've been so excited. I've been marching around work being like, guys, isn't this so cool? Like, sometimes we're gonna have a little baby boy visiting us at work, and she actually confronted me, and she was like, hey, I would really appreciate it if you stopped gendering my baby. And I was like, I'm sorry, I thought because you were naming it Anthony that it was gonna be a boy. And she was like, well, the sex is male, but we don't know about the gender just yet. And I was like, okay. That's it. You're trying to get me in one of those 2025 traps. You know what I mean? You're trying to get me in that fucking shit. So, hey, look, I want to be a good person. I've changed what I'm saying completely. I've been going around work being like, guys, did you hear about Jen? She's having a little baby rapist. Because we all know what I'm saying, right? It's gonna have a penis. I feel like you didn't laugh hard enough for that joke, and it's a really good joke because it pisses off people on both sides, you know what I mean? Because if you're super woke and you hear me say gender, you're like, you know? But then also very gratifying is telling it in front of straight white frat bros, because they'll all be like, we're not all rapists, you know? And they'll say that to you when their dick is halfway down your throat. Oh my God. I got raped in that one. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm so horny. Are you guys on the apps? Are we out there? Because I'm out there and it's not good. It's very bad. It's very bad. I went on a date with a guy who told me that he was autistic. And you guys, let's just be real. I know we're in Brooklyn and everyone is super like, but isn't it crazy how thirsty everyone is to be autistic nowadays? It's insane. We never could have predicted this when we were kids. You know what I mean? We never could have foreseen this coming, that it would one day be cool to be autistic. And I think it's just for attention, you know what I mean? Because a couple years ago, all the girls were being like, I'm bisexual. And it's like, nah. And then now they're being like, I'm autistic. And it's like, hey, why don't you get up here and show me how gay and retarded you are? Fuck me. Fucking retard. Yeah. I'm sorry. I am so horny. Are you guys, are you fucking with the step porn? Don't lie. Don't fucking get quiet when I ask you that. There's a reason it's #1 on every fucking website out there. And I didn't make it #1 by myself, I will tell you that. No, we all did that. We all did that. It's gotten so crazy. It's like to the point where like families, I don't trust them. Not at all. If I'm driving down the street and I see a family enjoying each other's company, I'm like, look at these fucking perverts. They're about to do it in that crosswalk at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's sick. I don't know. If you watch too much porn, it starts making you dumb. You know what I mean? Do you guys feel that? All right, I guess I'm alone on that. I'm taking in so much porn, it's starting to alter the way that I understand information all the way around. You know what I mean? I was reading the news the other day, and I saw this article, and the headline said, 94-year-old woman passes oral exam for United States citizenship. And I was like, she shouldn't have to do that. 94 years old? Let her in. That's somebody's abuela. I'm Allie Mae, thank you so much.
How are we? Yeah. I'm gonna say this, let's just get this out of the way. The shirt's too tight. I didn't plan it, I didn't want that. I wore it, I got in the car, and I felt everything. And then I was like, oh my God, I think this shirt's too tight. I was like, it's okay, you got a shirt in the trunk. No shirt in the trunk. So for the taping, you get this. There she is, there's the old girl. There's the old girl. Yeah. Yeah, man, this has been nuts. This has been, I don't know, man. I'll just tell you what's going on. I just had 2 kids in 2 years. I had sex 3 times. I don't want to talk about that. It's upsetting, and I'm gonna look at you now. I see these young people here. I'm gonna tell you some shit about kids that is crazy. You love them so much for no reason. I love my kids more than anything. I thought I loved my wife. Fuck that bitch. I love these kids. But they don't deserve it. They're ruining my life. They're ruining it. I'm getting fatter. I'm not sleeping anymore. I'm broke again. Look at me. Look at me! I'm 22 years old. They've destroyed me. And they're in first place. They don't deserve first. My wife deserves first. My wife put the time in. My wife had my back through all the bullshit. She had my back when I started in comedy, and when I started in comedy, things were not going well. All right, things are still not going that well. That's fine. No, things were not going well. There was a time in comedy, I made $7,000 for the year. For the year! Do you know who makes $7,000 a year? People who die in February. That is who makes that kind of money. It was me and a guy with a good month and a drinking problem. But you love him. Oh, I don't even know why. But you do, and it's crazy. And my wife, we don't communicate well. I don't know. She texts me. I never know what she's doing. She texts me shit. She texted me the other day. She goes, hey, just so you know, our son is an 8.5. And I was like, well, first of all, our son is a 10. Okay? What the hell are you talking about? She's like, he's not a 10, and if you act like he's a 10, it's gonna fuck him up. And I was like, no, you're gonna fuck him up by saying he's not a 10. Let's boost his confidence. I'm not a 10, I'm a 6, but I'm funny, and I got you, right? You're a 10, and she goes, I'm not a 10, I'm an 8. I said, I hate this bullshit. Bringing yourself down. You're a 10, say it, I'm a 10. And she's like, I'm not a 10, I'm an 8, and you are an 11 and a half. And I went, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? And she was like, our kid's shoe size. What were you talking about? And I was like, how fuckable our son was. I was kind of mad you didn't want to fuck our son as much as I want to fuck our son. Well, that's a riff I'm never going to do again. That just came out. Glad we taped that, lad. Glad we taped that. Don't edit it. Put it out. All content is content. Let that be. Maybe that's the kind of comic I'll be known as. Maybe that's the fucking image I've been trying to go. That's the branding. That guy wants to fuck his kid. I don't care. I'm leading into this bit. Did you see that Italian guy? The Italian guy, little mozzarella? No, the one who wears tight shirts. It talks about fucking this. I gotta get out of this. I gotta get out. I don't even want to do this. And not because any of you're laughing. All of you are laughing, but you are going like this. No, please, no. Your eyes are diverted at my shoes, that whole bit. And for you, we'll move on. This is fun. This is fun. I don't know why this is fun. This is great. I'll tell you what's crazy is that the bad gigs are how I make money. I make all of the money that I make is through doing very bad gigs. So I work a lot in like casinos. And let me tell you, it's not good for your life to do comedy in casinos, because here, you guys are here for comedy, or at least you've heard of comedy, or like you kind of want to laugh, like you're here, you're a good crowd, but no one in a casino sees comedy because they like comedy. They go because they're hemorrhaging so much money, they need to stop the bleeding for 1 hour. And you try doing crowd work with those people. You see how fun that is? Like, where are you from? And the guy's like, I don't know what I'm gonna tell my wife. And I'm like, you got kids? And you're like, she's gonna take the kids. They're horrible, horrible gigs to do. So the only way to get through them is I just get really high. I just get super high because they're not gonna laugh anyway, so I'll just have a good time. I'm stoned for the full week I'm there. What's crazy is that in New Jersey, they have a smoking section, so you could smoke weed in the smoking section, which is crazy that you're just walking around getting high and it's not a problem, you know? So I was getting high, and I was sneaking in at first, you know. I was getting high behind this little slot machine, and I turn around, and there's a 72-year-old man in a Trump hat, Trump shirt, Trump pants. Not gonna be honest, you vote for Trump, I don't give a fuck. But pants, that's too much. That's too much. If you like anything so much that you're wearing the pants of that thing, you like that thing too much. I love Spider-Man. I show up on stage, Spider-Man pants. You're like, that is a mentally handicapped person. He is. He's funny, I support him, he drove here, but that man is missing something. So I'm super high. He's yelling at me. But you ever had that move where you're so high, you turn around and then you just realize they've been talking to you the whole time? Like, I turned around, the guy was like, and I was like, hey, and he was like, I don't like weed. And I was like, whoa, how much did you say? I was here. And he's yelling at me, and he's going, I don't want to smell that shit. Rah, 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 rah. But I was so high, I went, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, you stop it right now. I even put my finger on his lips. I did the shut up and kiss me. I said, shut up and kiss me. I put my finger on his lips, and I said, we were sold a lie. It's not the big deal they told us it was. It's actually kind of fun. And he was like, that's a gateway drug, right? And I said, stop it! Who were you here with? And he was like, my wife. And I was like, well, where is she? I'm like so intense, right? And he was like, she's in a bed sleeping. And I said, okay, so you're by yourself, right? She's sleeping, you got a room, so you're safe. What if you were to get a little high with me right now? If you like it, you can keep doing it. If you don't, at least you know what you're fighting for. Yeah. And this guy, he looks at me and he just goes, okay. I was like, "Ah!" I was like, this is gonna be unbelievable, right? I gave him my vape pen. He took the biggest hit I've ever seen in my life. He was like, "Ooh," he just kept going. I'm like, you're still pulling. He's like, Literally, he breathed out and his hat spun off his head. It went, whoa, it just spun around. It just flew right off. So I'm like with this guy, I'm very high, and I got the light for a second and I forgot where I was going with this joke, so we'll edit this out. We're not gonna edit this out. Nothing even matters in my life. So he's super high, I'm with him, and I'm like, all right, I gotta be a good Sherpa, right? I can change this guy's life. Marijuana could change this guy's life. So I'm like, all right, man, like, what kind of music do you like? Right, because I'm gonna give him music. You know, you're first with music. That's a big thing, right? So I was like, what kind of music do you like? He goes, Pink Floyd. I was like, wait a minute, you like Pink Floyd? You've never been high? I'm like, brother, hang the fuck on, right? I give him my headphones, and then he just goes, I've never heard Pink Floyd before. I'm like, I know! Marijuana is unbelievable! Then I'm like, all right, I gotta get this guy food, right? So I sneak him into the employee cafeteria, right? And I gave him ice cream, I got pizza, I give him this ice cream, and he licks it, and he looks at me and he goes, is this what it's like being a Democrat? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, brother, this is exactly what it's like. We just get high and eat ice cream all day. That's why we can't get shit done, all right? But this is what we're doing. We're high, I'm gonna have a high convo with this guy. Maybe I can get in there, change his views. Let's see if I can open him up a little bit, right? So I'm like, hey man, gay marriage, what do you think? You in, you out, what are we doing, right? And he goes, I don't know. You love who you love. You can marry who you want. I don't really care. And I was like, okay, all right. Let's turn the heat up a little bit. And I was like, all right, trans, you in, you out, how we doing? What's your thoughts? Trans, let's go. I'm screaming at him, you know? And he was like, look, man, I don't know, but I gotta be honest, if I was hooking up with a chick, if I know she had a dick, I would freak out. And I was like, first of all, you're 72 years old. When is this happening? When is this story taking place? That you're on the mix and you're meeting women and some of them have penises and some don't. This is a crazy situation that you've made up in your head, right? And then he goes, well, what would you do? What would you do? And this motherfucker has the wrong guy, all right? Because I am the Christopher Columbus of sexuality. I don't believe in sexuality. I'm not gay or straight. I just haven't yet met the man I want to fuck. All right, that's where I'm at. A man hasn't stepped up to the challenge. That's where I'm at, right? So he's like, what would you do, right? And I was like, well, let's talk about it for a second, right? Okay, so you're telling me in your scenario, you met a woman who you thought was beautiful enough from head to toe that you would sleep with her, cool enough that you would hang out with her and then also sleep with her, but there was one piece you didn't like. There was one piece. And he was like, yeah, it's a big piece. And I was like, all right, but look at this piece of pizza, right? I love pizza. I hate mushrooms. So you do what I do if I was eating pizza and I found this mushroom. Eat around it. And I swear to God, this guy just goes, huh. And I was like, you fucking nailed it, baby. All right. I gotta do one more because I did too much riffing up front. And I wanted to get I gotta tell this story because I don't know, I'm very excited about it. So I'm doing this club with this old school comedian, right? This guy's been doing comedy since the 80s. This guy's been doing cocaine for 40 years straight, has not stopped. He's the most fucked up human I've ever met, and he's like 70 years old, and I'm like, this fucking guy is wild, right? So it show's over, and he looks at me, he goes, hey, you wanna go get pizza and do magic? And I was like, look, man, I don't got money for pizza, but I definitely want to see some fucking magic. And he goes, oh, hang on, I got this. Walks over to a slot machine, puts money in, pulls it, wins $37.50, and just goes, let's go. He didn't even react. I was like, is that the magic? Because that was unbelievable. We walk to this pizza place in the casino, right? And for 40 minutes, it takes 40 minutes for them to make this pizza. For 40 minutes, he is doing up-close magic to me. Not getting a single trick right. Every single trick. Every single trick. He was like, and that's why the king loves his queen. And I was like, that's a 3, that's a 2, man. What are we doing, brother? And he was like, oh, but the queen always loves her diamonds. And I'm like, that's an empty, you just showed me your fat belly, brother. Okay? So then he just passes out. We eat the pizza, he's passed out at the table, I'm by myself. I'm like, this is crazy, right? Waiter comes with the check, puts the check down, I open the check is for $37.50. The exact amount of money he won on that magic slot machine, and he, out of a coma, just goes, ta-da! I was like, that is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. Was the whole thing a trick? Am I a trick? I'm Greg Stone. You guys were so much fun. Thank you.
I'm like rediscovering myself, you know? What kind of person am I now that I live alone? And it turns out I'm the kind of person that yells, let's go, at everything. You know what I mean? Am I heating up egg rolls? Let's go, you know? Just Law and Order, original recipe, let's fucking go. I'm so into it. Everything's a sporting event. Just let's go while I'm wearing like one piece of clothing, you know? It's like a tank top or a sock. Or actually, it's a compression. I'm like 62% compression sleeves right now, you know? When you're young, it's about letting it all hang out. But when you get older, it's about gathering it all back up. Putting it where it used to go. I had a roommate, and he moved. He fell in love with a woman who owns her property. So, all right, dreams. So he left. He left a lot of stuff behind. Almost all of his furniture, you know. He left his television behind. He left behind his towels. Yeah. And when I said to him, hey, bruh, aren't you going to take your towels? He said to me, well, I mean, she's got towels. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I've been raising you this whole time. I thought we were two people trying to make it in the big city, but it turns out I was trying to keep you alive in front of a PS5, I guess. Oh. He did take the PS5, so important things. So he's gone, and this means I'm ready for love. I am. I'm ready for love because I've got the room, you know. I've got my room with my bed that I sleep on, and then I guess I got his old room with his old bed for threesomes. It's a queen-size bed. Well, what am I supposed to do with all that space? It's so much. I guess I can be part of a throuple if we all curl up in the fetal position, you know? That's my favorite sexual position. Yeah, the fetal position with a donkey kick chaser. Ugh. Get off me. I'm very confusing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am. I'm ready for love, I think. Like, I'm not looking for it. I just thought maybe I could manifest a little something. I don't know, write it on a Post-it note. I'm not sure. I didn't really do the research, but like, I'm not looking for love on my phone. That's where I read my fan fiction. Can't get those confused, you know? But I really think I'm like the best version of me right now. And I'm quite a catch. Like, it's not gonna get better than this, you know? Like, both of my parents are dead, so no baggage. Come on. I'm plumb out of eggs, so no whoopsies, you know? Sounding better and better. I'm sounding better and better. I live alone. Come on, let's do it. You know, why not, you know? I didn't think at this particular age I would be alone, you know? Not that I had a vision that I would be, like, married. I just figured I'd trick some schlub into, you know what I mean? Breadcrumbs. You know, I thought I'd get somebody. I don't know, man. I mean, I knew I wouldn't have any kids because when I was 12, I thought to myself, you know what? I shouldn't have any kids because I'll probably be a single mom. I thought that at 12. My parents never divorced. I'm not from a broken home. Home's still together, you know? I just knew that I was a bit of a pill. So ridiculous, you know? But I figured, why not? Let's look for a little something. I want to be very particular about what I'm looking for, though, in a mate, you know? Like, I want to have inside jokes with a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want us to speak the same language. I want us to be, like, completely insufferable. That's what I want. I don't know if you've ever said anything to a couple and they look at each other and they go, that's what I want. Oh, I want to be a pain in your ass. I once was hanging out with my parents, right? I'm at their house, we're watching some music show, and then you guys remember R&B's Neo? Yes, okay. So he came out and he started singing a song, and my mom turned to my dad and she went, "There he goes with that hat." And then they laughed for like 30 minutes. I was like, should I even be here? Oh, yuck. So that's what I want. I want the kind of inside jokes that make my grown daughter uncomfortable. That's what I want, you know? I've been doing some research on love languages, you know, how you tend to display your love. And I think I'm a physical touch person. Like, yeah, I think that's what I want, you know? I wear extremely high-waisted pants, so it feels like there's a hand in the small of my back, just leading me around Whole Foods, you know? Helping me pick out olives. Because olives is a couple's food. I think we can agree, right? That olives is any food that you like toss in your mouth and you also throw your foot up, that's a move that you only do with the confidence of somebody else who can call the right people. You don't do that when you live alone. You do not do that when you live alone. Unless, of course, you have the chair. And by the chair, I mean, when you live alone, you have the chair that you throw yourself on so that when you start choking, you can't give yourself the Heimlich, so you gotta throw yourself on the chair. So, if you don't live alone, that's a tip from me to you. Get yourself a chair, you know? You know what? I'll throw in another tip. If you live alone, you should probably lounge around in your house in the kind of outfit you want to be discovered in. Do you know what I mean? When they kick the door open, what's the tale you're gonna tell? That's what that is. So that's what I want. I want inside jokes. I want loving touches. I want olives. I want to reluctantly go down on a dude because it's Thursday and we agreed that was our date night, even though that doesn't really work for my schedule. Because I work from home on Wednesday, so I'm thinking we could do it in the daytime. I'm not going to wash it all off. But then why are you available to have sex in the middle of the day? Where's your job, sir? It's too late. I like them, so here I am, you know, kind of tired on a Thursday, just gawking on this guy. Real romance. That's all I'm asking for. Real romance. That's all I want, you know? And, I mean, I'll wait, but I can't wait too long because time is kind of the essence. Like, I am currently making the transition from a pink vibrator to a black vibrator. And that feels ominous, doesn't it? It feels a little weird. I mean, it's a literal vibe shift. I don't know. It just feels like when I was a child, I played with childish things. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. I'm also, I'm not trying to get with anyone my age. Not doing it. I already know what Lipitor does. I'm not talking to any dude who takes it. You know what I mean? I want to talk to someone younger. You know, what are your new pills? What are y'all taking? Don't you want to see how it interacts with hypertension? Let me be here for you, you know? The last time I did anything with a dude my age, it was a long-distance sexting situationship. I think those are the correct terms, and I put them in the right order. You're nodding. I think I did. Yeah, I mean, all that is just two Gen X people sending each other dirty messages on Facebook. That's all that is. Just, you know what I'm gonna do to you, you know? Ooh, I better stretch. That's all. That's all that is. Just dirty, dirty, filthy, dirty, filthy. And then he died. Yeah, sudden heart attack. Do you understand what I'm up against? I don't have that kind of time. Like, the only thing hardening were his arteries. I'm up against steak. I can't, you'll never win against steak, you know? So he's gone. But he did change my views on ghosting. That's enough out of me. I'm Shalewa Sharpe. Thank you very much.
Very quickly, I'm real into fashion. That's why I'm dressed like a white guy, dressed like a Japanese guy, dressed like a white guy. I know I dress like someone who hunts men for sport, you know, like... You'll do, you know, like... No, I'm very lucky. I'm blessed, okay? I got 2 kids at home. I got 2 kids. So I'm rich in love. I'm rich in love. Yeah. I'm poor by every other metric. I'm poor money, property, hemoglobin. Don't got any hemoglobin. No blood. It's crazy. It's tough having kids, man. You know how I know it's tough having kids? At the airport, the only 2 groups of people they let on an airplane early are young parents and active military, okay? You know how many times I've been on a jet bridge? It's me, my 2 kids, my wife, and then a guy who lost his leg in Fallujah. And we're both looking at each other like, at least I'm not you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fun one. When my son was born, I was going around, I was telling everybody, oh, we had a baby. But really, my wife had a baby. You know, because women are amazing. My wife, she birthed this life, right? She created this life. She fed this life with her own body. And I called the Uber to the hospital, you know? I mean, on her account, but I called it. I mean, I was like, how far about those part of those contractions? Because storage pricing's crazy right now. 90 seconds, we're good. A little contraction joke for you guys. The fucked up thing is that my son has my last name. That's fucked up. That's right. Having a kid with me must feel like the ultimate school group project. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know those projects where somebody else does all the work in the very last second? I'm like, before you turn that in, I'm putting my name on that. I went to one meeting at the very beginning. I worked hard for 2 minutes. I deserve credits. My wife is Korean, I'm Vietnamese. Real quick, where are my Koreans at? No, that's perfect. I don't trust Korean people. That's why I always want to know where they at. Okay, we're gonna have to bleep this part of the video out, but it's gonna be real in a second. No, I'm Vietnamese and my wife is Korean, so we were very worried about how our son was going to look. We had never seen that combo before. And y'all have never seen that combo before. I've seen every combo, okay? I've seen a white guy with a Japanese woman. I've seen a Malaysian woman with a white guy. I've seen every combo, but I've never seen Korean Vietnamese before, right? And I didn't know this, but apparently if you mix one kind of Asian with another kind of Asian, the baby comes out extremely Asian. All right, a Vietnamese and a Korean makes a Mongolian. I didn't know that. He came out of my wife on a horse. I was like, oh shit. His best friend's a hawk. I was like, oh shit. He's sick. My son is cool, man. My son is, when he was little, he was a little fat and he had little eyes, he had big old ears, big old belly. You know what he looked like? He looked like one of those fat Buddha statues that white women keep in their bathrooms. You know, to balance the feng shui. He really did look like that. That's why I was afraid to take him places like Pier 1 Imports, you know? I was afraid that someone was going to be like, sir, are you going to pay for that fat Buddha statue? And I was like, this is my son, let's get out of here. Okay. Not a hawk comedy here. This murder is in Mongolia. We had our children, I had my son through IVF, which I think is pretty kinky. I think that's pretty hot. You know, we're in Brooklyn, a lot of Brooklyn people, they want to spice up their relationship. They invite a third in. My wife and I were like, let's invite the whole healthcare system in. Yeah, you guys ever been cucked by Mount Sinai? You guys ever pay someone $15,000 to get your wife pregnant? That's my kink copay. Yeah, that's some hot shit. This is a smart crowd. Okay. It took us a long time to have our son, and it took us years and years, many cycles, many retrieval cycles, many attempts, and we were down to just one embryo, right? And so the doctor calls us in and he says, we only got one embryo left. You got one more shot at this. But then he says something I'll never forget. He looks me right in the eye and he goes, but this embryo is really high quality. And I was like, when did we start talking about embryos? Like I talk about my weed, you know? Like, he's like, no, dude, check out this embryo, dude. Smell the crystals on this embryo, dude. So you're gonna get so pregnant, dude. I love it. Yeah, my son, we had a son and we thought we only had one shot. We were grateful to just have one. We were going through the records and we realized that actually at the very beginning of this, years and years ago, we actually had another embryo that we froze and we kept that frozen for 5 years. And then we decided to unfreeze it. And then in August of last year, we had a daughter. Yeah, that's cool, right? I know. I love that story because it's about my daughter, but I really like it because that is the most Asian way to do IVF I've ever heard, okay? Leave it to an Asian couple to be like, oh, you thought we were out of embryos? Check the other fridge. Go down to the basement, open the fridge, move the kimchi over, there's an embryo. While you're at it, go ahead and bring the kimchi up too. It's good. My son is 3 now. He's a toddler. He's 3. And I live in Brooklyn, and I can't take my son anywhere because I didn't know this, but toddlers are not woke. You guys know this? Toddlers are not woke at all. My son's favorite thing, this is true, my son's favorite thing is the NYPD. He loves the police. Every time a cop car goes by, he's like, Bluey Lives Matter. I was like, I don't know who taught him that shit. Rogan's getting mixed up into the YouTube list, you know? It's true. My son loves the NYPD, the FDNY, and the Department of Sanitation. My son loves municipal services, okay? He may live in Brooklyn, but his heart is in Staten Island. All right, yeah. I don't know why you guys are clapping. None of you guys are from Staten Island. It's cool, man. I love it. I'm not a very good Asian person. My mom is here, I guess that's cool. Not a very good Asian person. I'm not a very good Asian person because I don't speak the language. I don't speak Vietnamese. And it's a bummer because we're not supposed to tell you this, but when we don't want to talk to white people, we just pretend to speak the other language. Asian people do that, all right? And I can't do that, right? So I do the next best thing. I speak the language I can kind of speak, which is the language that the Jabba the Hutt speaks in Star Wars. Yeah, if somebody starts messing with me on the subway, I'm just like, ne Jabba no bada. Kachon kawawuki. A lot of beautiful people here. I'm happy to be here. A lot of beautiful people here. Makes me nervous, though. I was talking to, this was a while ago, I was talking to, after a show, I was talking to this beautiful woman after the show, and I was talking to her for a while, and I realized while I was talking to her that she was a pre-op transgender woman, a pre-operative transgender woman. She was gorgeous. And I told my friends all about her. I was like, she was so pretty. And they were like, pre-op, doesn't that mean you're a little bit gay, man? And I don't think so at all. I think it means the opposite, okay? It means I love women, okay? I love women so much. I even love women who are just beginners at being women, okay? Right? I got so much love for the game, I don't just watch professionals, okay? I keep an eye on those up-and-coming prospects. Let me tell you something. I love women so much. If a woman is hot enough, I'll suck her dick, okay? That is the straight as hell thing to say, all right? Real quick, I am Vietnamese. I like to tell people I'm Vietnamese up front because Asian people, we don't like it when you guys guess what kind of Asian we are. We don't like that because a lot of times you guys get it wrong. But we also don't like it because sometimes you guys get it right. That sucks, okay? Like one day, I was at out somewhere, I was at a bar and this bartender saw me, clocks me right away. He's like, Vietnamese. And I was like, fuck. Well, you know the rules. I owe you a wish. Honda Civic. All right, my name's Mike Nguyen. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
My name is Nori. I'll just get into it. I'm a trans American. Yes. It's illegal now. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I recently started a really good antidepressant called Cymbalta. Anyone else? Not that, a different one. I highly recommend. It's so good. Earlier this year, there were a lot of attacks on the trans community. Are you guys aware of that? And while that was happening, I just started the Cymbalta. So I was watching the news, and I was like, that is so bad for them. Oh. If that happened to me, I'd kill myself. It's okay. It's okay. I started transitioning when Obama was president. So I feel bamboozled. Didn't read the contract. Your rights can go away. In like, not a lot of time, actually. The Obama period was different for trans people. Like, do you guys remember the Virgin Atlantic commercials? Oh, I miss those. You know the ones where like the camera goes to the cockpit and the pilot's a trans woman and she's just like, and you're like, is she even a pilot? But I'm scared. I'm scared. You can laugh. You can laugh. With permission. Boo! You can laugh. No, it's okay. It's fine. If they do start putting us into camps, I hope it's outside. I want to be outside. Actually, I know what they're gonna do. I know. I think they're gonna put us on an island that's like a big Do you work here? The transphobia is crazy in America. They don't even want me to say what I have to say. What I was gonna say is I think they're gonna put trans people on like a big island that's like a big Sephora. And I think we're gonna have to color match Foundation for Cis Women. And if we get it wrong, they're gonna kill us. It's okay. No, a lot of bad stuff happened this year to trans people. But I'm very lucky because I have a lot of people in my life that are really good allies. Like I had a lot of people that were like, whatever happens, like, I got your back. But these people also smoke a lot of weed. Like the person that was like, I got your back. I'm like, you're literally never sober. Like if the police came for me and they opened the door, they'd be like, oh yeah, she's right here. I was pretty freaked out earlier this year. I got a safe. Anyone ever buy a safe before? Woo! You know what I'm talking about. The LGBTs here are like, I know what you're talking about. I bought a safe on Amazon. Sorry. I didn't know where else to go. I bought a safe on Amazon, and what's so funny about buying a safe is, this is what I realized. The safe was too big to like hide. Like I couldn't hide it anywhere, but it was light enough to carry. So essentially, I'm like making like a to-go bag. So I just got a gun. Yeah, I think technology is changing my brain. Anyone else? The other day I was out to dinner with my friend, and like they're not a comedian, so they don't know how to tell stories. They're like you guys. Yeah, so my friend was telling me like a really boring story about their grandma or something. And without even thinking, I swiped up. Isn't that crazy? Like I was literally listening, I was just like, I have a gun. I'm on a wellness journey. You guys are like, prove it. And by that I mean I started doing ketamine. Anyone else? A very quiet, yeah. Who? Be proud. It's amazing. And I do it legit. Like I do it the right way. I get mine through a company called Choose Ketamine. It's based out of Texas. And you Zoom with a doctor. And he asks really important medical questions like, do you want ketamine? And like follow-up questions like, how much? And then they send it to you to do it at home by yourself. And the last time I did ketamine, it was amazing. It's like out of body, like you're like part of the universe. It's so cool. And I was having a great time, but then out of nowhere, I was confronted with the fact that sometimes I deal with being passively suicidal. But then I heard a voice, and the voice said, but if you kill yourself, you can't do any more ketamine. It works. It works. I'll leave you with this. Okay, sorry, I'm on ketamine. Sorry. Ooh. I'll end with this and get out of here. I'm working on impressions. Thank you, thank you. This is a minion coming out as bisexual. Ooh. I'm bisexual. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I moved to Denver last year. I moved from here to Denver. Thanks. It is, it's so dry there. It fucking sucks. It's the driest place. Have you heard about Denver? It's fucking so dry. If you haven't heard, it's because you haven't met someone from Denver, because it's all they talk about, dude. They fucking love the dry out there. They're like, oh, isn't it great? Don't you love how dry it is? Isn't it? It's the driest place. I couldn't live anywhere that's not this dry. Oh, don't you just love? No, I don't. I have eczema, all right? I'm about to turn to ash. It sucks. I had to use lotion for the first time on my body. I've used lotion before, but not on my arms. I didn't even know you could do that. What a world. Lotion budget through the roof right now. I'm drowning in lotion debt. Happy to be back in New York. I miss New York. I miss bodegas. We don't have bodegas in Denver. I try to explain it to my friends in Denver. I'm like, it's like a 7-Eleven, but the guy at the counter is playing The Price is Right. You know, you like put everything up there and he's like, $11. Is that dollars or? He's like, shut up, I'm on the phone. Don't let the cat out. Happy to be back though. I sleep on my stomach. Any other freaks out there? All right, we got some belly sleepers. Yeah, some loud and proud belly sleepers in the back. The rest of you, normal. We're wrong, it turns out. If you sleep on your belly, it's not how humans were made, it turns out. I think you're weird if you can sleep on your back. You just like lay down and your eyes closed like a doll? That's creepy. Mama. If you sleep on your back, how do you fall asleep looking at your phone? It's gonna break your nose. I sleep on my I was trying to find a new mattress. I asked them what kind of mattress I should get if I sleep on my stomach. They're like, don't do that. What's wrong with you? That's not how, I sleep on my stomach. I sleep face fucking down, dude. I tuck my arms under me and sleep like a missile. I sleep like I'm trying to touch the deep end, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get as deep. This is the only way I could put my phone down is to lock myself up. I don't even look to the side. I look down. If I fall asleep looking to the right, I can't look to the left for 7 days. I can't. Honestly, my dream bed, one of those massage tables with the hole for your face. That would be, give me a massage chair and a straitjacket. It would be the best night of sleep I've ever had in my life. I sleep on my stomach, so the devil has a way to get in. That's right. I think it's why I'm single is because I'm a stomach sleeper, because you can't share a bed with someone you love and sleep on your stomach. It doesn't work. Because you want to go to sleep, but you got to show affection sometimes. You're like, all right, here comes the cuddle. Here we are. Now, trust me, I like this too. I'm about to fall asleep any second. But you can't date someone who also sleeps on their stomach, because then you're just two strangers. Sharing a bed, there's no love. It's perfect. Yeah, I don't have one of those massages, but I do sleep face down, so I just take 2 pillows, I make a little nook for my head, I make a little bed pussy, I put my face right in the badussy, and I sleep like a baby, dude. You gotta take care of yourself if you sleep face down. I bought myself linen sheets. Everyone like, these are the softest sheets money can buy. I put them on, a little scratchy, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it'd be like immaculate. And someone told me you gotta wash linen sheets a few times. After you wash them 4 to 5 times, you're sleeping on clouds. And it's like, I gotta wait 4 years to sleep on clouds. I wish you told me that. I was stuck with the bamboo. Yeah, I sleep face down, so my back hurts all the fucking time. It hurts. Have you ever had your back hurt so much that you thought if you hung yourself that just for a second, that would feel so good, dude? That would be, there would just be a flash of everything being aligned as it could never be again. Your last thoughts would be, there it is, and then sweet release. Yeah, I got a problem with my phone. I can't stop looking. I'm trying to cut down on my phone screen time. I'm trying to get it down under 8 hours a day. I think that would be healthier. You get those notifications on Sunday. They're like, check out your phone screen time. And you open it, they're like, 8.5 hours. Well, I haven't slept for 8.5 hours in my whole life. What am I doing? I'm working Instagram like a full-time job. I'm worried that when we're in nursing homes, that's what they're gonna give us. Like, we're not gonna get the cool psycho drugs. They're just gonna give us Facebook. That's gonna be our, like, winding down years. They'll come in like, Mr. Comstock. I see you've only scrolled for 4 hours today. I'm like, I wanted to look out the window. They're like, it's not your world anymore, Mr. Comstock. Strap him down, boys. I'm like, how did I get on Christian TikTok again? So, that's about how I start every day right now. It kind of sucks. All right, cool. Trying to check my time there. My heart rate is accelerated, it turns out. You ever had your watch tell you you're dying? I don't like this. Any millennials in the crowd? That was pretty lively. Usually it's more of like a, we're beaten down, dude. We're the worst generation, and that's probably true, but it's not our fault. I don't blame millennials. It's not totally our fault. We got the internet at the wrong time. All right? We got the internet when we were like young teens. Like, that's not when you're like, we're the only generation that got fucked up by the internet. You know that? Like, boomers did not get fucked up by the internet. They still don't understand how horrible of a place the internet is. Like, my mom still thinks Facebook is the news, you know? She's like, oh, I was reading an article. I'm like, it's not an article, Mom. That's a meme. It's called a meme. It's an AI cat with words on it. It's not real. My dad thinks spreading cheeks is smiling, so it's... They have no idea. Millennials, we got fucked, dude. I watched Two Girls, One Cup when I was 12 years old. What hope did I have? I didn't even know there was like shit porn in the world. Like I didn't even know what masturbating was. I thought this was like girls' version of Jackass or something. I was like, damn, these chicks are crazy. My parents, it's funny because now my parents are Republicans and they're all like worried about internet security all of a sudden. They're like, you gotta delete the cookies off the computer. They're using DuckDuck. You gotta get rid of the cookies. I'm like, damn, I'm glad you didn't know about cookies when I was 13, dude. I've been deleting cookies off the computer since you could use the internet, Mom, all right? I was there when it was written. Millennials, we got the family computer. Kids now, they got an iPad, it's nice. We got a family computer. Everyone had to share it. It was 10 feet from your mom's room. I'll tell you one thing, no one can jack off like a millennial. We are pros at jacking off. I can jack off without moving a muscle in my body. One finger, a T-Rex wouldn't see me finish. It would be amazing. You guys are a lot of fun. My name is Jack. Bye.
Just so you know where I'm at, I'm feeling very insecure about my body right now. I think I look pretty good for somebody who had a kid 6 months ago, but no, sorry. That somebody is not me. It's just the scale I want to be graded on. That's all. No, I don't have kids, but I do have to decide soon if I'm gonna have a kid. I keep getting asked if I'm gonna freeze my eggs, and then I have to explain to those people that I can barely afford eggs. I'm at the age where when I'm with my parents, I will very intentionally drink alcohol in front of them so they don't think I'm pregnant. We went to my cousin's wedding a month ago, and I just didn't feel like drinking, and my mom clocked it immediately. They came around and they were like, champagne? And I was like, no thanks, I'm good. And my mom goes, so? Is there something you want to tell me? And I was like, oh, she knows I'm on mushrooms. How does she always know? No, I don't know. I don't have a kid. I can't take care of a kid. I can't take care of another human being, right? I can barely take care of myself. I just learned my whole life I've been doing oral hygiene wrong. Because what you're supposed to do, did you guys know this? What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to floss first, then mouthwash, then brush. The end. Did you guys all know that? Okay, good. Thank you. Some of you did, but I feel very validated by those of you who didn't. Because I've probably been doing what you've been doing. I brush first, Then I mouthwash, and then I floss 2 days before my dentist appointment and act shocked that I'm bleeding. I'm like, that's crazy. That's never happened for me before. You did that. That's wild. No, I don't know. I live in New York. Like, my apartment is not set up for kids, right? I mean, honestly, it's not set up for people. The mice are doing well. Has anybody here ever dealt with mice? Has anybody here had a mouse problem? Does anybody have any advice for me? Get a cat. Okay, do you have a cat? You're the most confident person in this room. I just want you to know. A woman with a cat, people love to make fun of a woman with a cat. A woman with a cat is the most confident person you will ever meet because that is a person who can handle rejection. I mean it. Cats treat you like it is last call at the bar. They're the hottest girl and you are all that's left. They'll like walk by you, ignore you the whole time, and then maybe if you're lucky, they'll double back and be like, okay, you can touch me, but not on the stomach. It's a hot girl. I saw a poster for a lost cat once, and I was like, I think that's just a cat that's moved on. I was in Louisiana last week, and somebody told me to get a snake. I can't have a snake. I don't have a nipple piercing and 17 tattoos, so that's an issue. No, I've been trying to put like stuff in the traps for these mice. Like I put peanut butter in the traps. Somebody told me I should put peanut butter, but I had to stop because I was like, what if they have an allergy? And then I was putting good cheese in there. Like Murray's cheese, like good shit, like good. Because that's how I want to go. If you gave me a full wheel of brie tonight, you can snap my neck tomorrow. I'll leave a note saying don't press charges. But it's New York, you know? That's the price we pay. I've lived in New York now for 10 years. And I'm not gonna call myself a New Yorker because people in New York who were born here get very upset if you call yourself a New Yorker and you weren't born here. I think it's because you still have a little bit of happiness and they don't like that. There's always some guy who's like, I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, always miserable. Like, it's always that guy. So I'm not gonna do that. But I will say the first time I ever felt like a New Yorker, I remember I was sitting on the subway, falling asleep, and when I woke up, there was a man standing in front of me with his dick out. But I was so tired that the only reaction I could muster up was, come on, man. And then he went, all right, and put it away. And I was like, New York! I did it. I made it. I'm a New Yorker. I'm too exhausted to be sexually harassed. Also hilarious that he asked for consent. I can't stop thinking about, like, honestly, that's one of the better men in New York, you know? No, I love living in New York now. It took me a while, but I think I loved it the first time I experienced Halloween here. Halloween in New York is so fun because you get to try to figure out like who's in costume and who just looks like that, right? It's really fun. Last year on Halloween, I saw a guy dressed as Super Mario running to catch the train. And he did not make it. Like the train closed in his face. And then somebody from across the platform who saw the whole thing yelled out, should have held down B. And that was mean of me, but I was just like in a mood. I don't know. I grew up in Kentucky. And there's not a lot to do in Kentucky, but we do have one cool thing. We have Abraham Lincoln's birthplace is in Kentucky. And they turned it into a museum. It's a cool place. You can go. I remember going fairly often as a kid. And then I went back recently. I drove by it. And they have a new billboard up outside of Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. And it says, Abraham Lincoln never had the opportunity to get vaccinated, but you do. And I was like, sorry, what? Because don't get me wrong, I think that's like a good message to have. I just think Abraham Lincoln is the wrong messenger. Right? That's like the one guy who famously died of a shot. No, I'm pro-vaccine. I love a vaccine. I want every vaccine. Give me vaccines. People think vaccines cause autism. That's why autism is on the rise. Autism's not on the rise, we just have better testing for it, right? That's all it is. Autism's not on the rise because we've been reading Amelia Bedelia since the 60s. Amelia Bedelia is a series about an autistic woman trying to make it in a neurotypical world and failing. But that's just how far along we've come with autism testing, because now they have like real tests. In the 90s, they just read the class Amelia Bedelia, and then they were like, who doesn't get why this is funny? And then you didn't see that kid again until high school. No, I love vaccines. I'm Jewish. Give me whatever you got. My immune system can't do anything on its own. I love it. Have you guys heard this phrase, we listen and we don't judge? Okay. As a Jewish woman, I have never related to a phrase less in my life than we listen and we don't judge. Not only am I judging, I'm not really listening. I love being Jewish. I really do. I love being Jewish so much, and I would give it all up in a heartbeat if I got to genuinely celebrate Christmas. God, Christmas is incredible. The Christmas, it's like Christmas. Like, it's so good. There's no Jewish holiday as fun as Christmas. Most Christmas songs were written by Jews. Because Jews couldn't find a Jewish holiday happy enough to write that stuff. There's no cozy chestnuts roasting on an open fire for Jews. It's all just like dreidel. Like that's just a song about a guy going up to a child saying, you want to learn how to gamble? Like it's not cozy. It's a song about rules. There's no like equivalent of Jewish Santa. Somebody once told me it's Elijah, that's our Santa, but Elijah is a ghost who shows up halfway through dinner, drinks your alcohol, and leaves. And that's not Santa. That's like the child of your most troubled friend from 7th grade who like you're still worried about. There's no Jewish Santa. So Jewish Santa would be such a bummer, right? He's not gonna come down the chimney. He's just gonna come through the front door and be like, I know your mother. So I grew up in Kentucky, but I moved here from New Orleans. That's where I used to live. I loved living in New Orleans too very much. Jazz Fest is like this really cool outdoor festival that I would go to every year. And I remember one year at Jazz Fest, this is like why you should go to live music, because cool stuff will just happen. I went to Jazz Fest and I saw Stevie Wonder perform. And while he was performing, it was pouring down rain. But the show must go on. And he started playing Ribbon in the Sky, which is a song about a rainbow. And halfway through the song, the rain stopped and a rainbow came out. And we went nuts. We got so loud, we were cheering. We were like, oh my God, it's a song about a rainbow, and a rainbow came out. We could not believe we were like, this is incredible, this is live. But I also remember thinking like, what does Stevie Wonder think is happening right now? He was just like, yeah, I really killed that lick. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm Ariel Elias.
No, stop. Hey, listen, it's crazy we gotta kill Kanye. He's gotta die, he's gotta be dead, and not like regular kill, like we gotta shoot that nigga out of cannon. It's bad. It's really bad. Do we know what's going on with Kanye? No, this whole white crowd, no. No, he made good music or something? What happened? He's a Nazi now. He's a hardcore Nazi. He made a song called Heil Hitler, so he's like, okay, you're committed. And it's bad, man, it's bad. I hate it. It's disgusting. I gotta say that. It's deplorable what he said. And also, the thing I hate about the song the most, it's a little bit catchy. And we can't have that. It's like in my head. We can't be having catchy hate speech, dude. What if that one song was like, we lynched this nigga on rock and roll? We can't. Yeah, that's what this set's gonna be like. Any Klan members in here? Okay, heard a woo. I don't like the Klan. So far, so good. I will say that besides the NFL, the KKK is my favorite white supremacist organization. Because, like, back in the day, man, people used to commit to racism, you know? Today, it's so casual. Everyone's just doing it. back in the day, the Klan, they used to make their own robes. Bro, they used to make their own... Imagine being so racist that you're like, I'm gonna learn to sew. You know what I mean? You couldn't just go buy those. Those weren't at like the stores at Shein and stuff. They weren't mass producing them in the sweatshops. Honestly, when you think about it, Klan robes were manufactured more ethically than what most of us are wearing right now. Yeah, say what you want about the Klan, but their fashion was sustainable. The South will rise again, that's recycling. I feel like the Klan was for dudes who like wanted to express themselves. They had no other way to do it, right? Like, were they racist? Yeah, but I also kind of feel like the Klan was for men who just wanted to dress up. Like, I feel like the Klan was for dudes who were too racist to realize they just wanted to do drag. Cause the Klan's kind of cunty, you know? It's like, I'm a grand dragon. It's like, yes, you wear magic. Oh. And you know you put on those robes. If I wore them, I'd be straight voguing. Bitch, it's giving 1950s lunch counter because you are serving whites only. I don't know why. I was in Milwaukee the other week doing shows. A lot of people came up to me and they said, sorry for being white. That did happen. It did happen. I don't need that. Don't do that. Cash works fine. I guess people think I hate white people. I want to set the record straight. I don't hate white people, okay? Why would you waste your energy hating a whole group of people who are already going to hell? It doesn't make sense. Don't hate white people. I was adopted by whites. I was raised by whites. Sorry, the enemy. I was raised by white people. I grew up in Salt Lake City, Utah, also known as Mormon Israel. Yeah, don't laugh. Don't laugh. You're Hamas if you laugh. Also, straight up, let's talk about it. Israel, like, stop, bro. No, but like, stop. You know what I like, literally, like, stop it. Like, Israel, you weird. You're being weird. Israel's kind of like white women. Oh my God. No. Israel's kind of like white women because they'll like start something and then people will be mad and they'll be like, I really didn't even fucking do anything. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything at all. It was all that. It wasn't me at all. That's one that I'm gonna lose my career for. Thanks very much. People are like, what the fuck? I grew up in Salt Lake City. I was raised Mormon, which is like if you ordered Christianity on Temu. Nobody knows what Mormonism is, though. It's a weird religion, you know. I told my friend I was raised Mormon. She was immediately like, oh, so you're not circumcised? I got defensive. I was like, nah, bitch, I'm circumcised as hell. I'm mad circumcised. They used one of those crank pencil sharpeners to do my shit. I wish I wasn't circumcised. That'd be awesome. And then I'd finally have a place to hide all my rubies. You know? People know that Mormons were polygamists. They have multiple wives. You know, a lot of people had multiple wives. I'm glad that didn't happen to me, because if I got Mormon wives, I make them fight, bro. I make them fight. The secret fights of Mormon wives. That's what we be doing. And if you win a championship, I'm gonna teach you how to read. That's... So I grew up with like mostly white friends, right? Salt Lake City, Utah, whitest place, mostly white friends. And they would listen to rap music, and they would listen to Eminem, who was the white boy MLK, right? That's what he was. They're like, no, that's the Reverend Dr. Mathers. And they would listen to rap, and Eminem, you remember Eminem, he'd be like, here's a gay slur, and I hate my mom, and everybody would be like, this is the best rapper ever. And so they would say shit to me. They'd be like, yo, like, since we be listening to rap and you got white parents, it's kind of like we're blacker than you. You say that. They'd be like, oh, we're like blacker than you. I'd be like, all right, well, I hope you get sickle cell then, because you don't get to say that to me. You don't get to invalidate my blackness because I got white parents. Like, literally, like, think about it. I got taken by white people. That's like the blackest thing you can do, really. That's like the original thing of black. Honestly, the Confederacy would have lasted longer had they just called it adoption. They're like, what slaves? I got my house sons and my field sons. It's like how your job exploits you, like here on this plantation, we're a family. Thomas Jefferson, like literally though, like literally. Sorry for bringing up slavery, guys. I grew up drinking a lot of milk. Full glasses like a fucking Zodiac killer. Like, why was I drinking so much milk? You know what I mean? We had so much pro-milk propaganda. You remember those Got Milk ads? The most passive-aggressive ads of all time. Those ads that would come on and be like, oh, you don't got milk? What are you, gay? Like it... Why was I drinking so much milk, bro? This is crazy. And they said you drink milk, you get strong bones. Do you hear that growing up? You drink milk, you get strong bones. That's a lie. That's not true. I looked it up. I Googled it. Calcium's not real. That's not right. But you can't lie to me about that. About food, right? Like, what's next? Do carrots not really help my vision? Right? Can I digest gum faster than 7 years? Is cauliflower not doing ethnic cleansing on broccoli? Like, where do the lies end? I can't handle it, bro. I become like a conspiracy theorist, but instead of talking about the Illuminati, I'm always talking about Big Dairy. I'm always pulling my friends aside, like, why do you think they call it 1% milk, bro? Because that's who gets the profits. Think about it, dog. Now think about it, dog. Now think about it. In the American workforce, what demographic is always getting paid the least? What demographic gets paid the least? It's women of color. WOC. Flip that backwards. What's that spell? Think about it. All right, I've been Skyler Higley. You guys have been phenomenal. Give it up for yourselves.
I'm gonna start my set with an impression, if that's okay. Actually, I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. So, here it goes. It's a small world. After all, it's a... That's me on 1,000 milligrams of Zoloft. Where are my depressed freaks at? Where are you? I need a friend. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Sahan Srinivasan. That's a fun, long South Indian name. I accidentally typed in my name as my bank account password, and it said, strong. What? Didn't even need the numbers or the dollar sign? Okay. To no one's surprise, I am going through a breakup currently. It's been a year. Ladies, do you guys do this? Oh, every time I go through a breakup, I cut my hair. Does anyone? I cut my hair, I put it in a box, send it to my ex. What? Yeah, I'm going through a breakup. Dating's hard. I don't know. Sex is so weird. I tried anal recently. That didn't work. His butthole didn't fit in my butthole. Yeah, I did cut my hair. I cut my hair. It's really short. Something sort of awful happened. I posted a video online and someone commented, uh-oh, here comes young Ellen DeGeneres. What? I'm like, is it 'cause I'm white? To be fair, the video was me going, God, I hate my staff. So, I treat them like shit. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to be in a relationship again. I don't think I can sleep in the same bed as my partner, because, like, where am I going to put my laundry? My partner goes in the hamper, okay? Laundry goes on the bed. I sleep on the couch. I don't like car sex. Does anyone get freaky and have car sex? I don't like car sex because, like, when you have the tinted windows, I'm like, I can't even see what you guys are doing in there. I'm like, I'm freezing cold out here. You guys gonna let me in or? Please? No. Yeah, people don't like having threesomes with me because I'm always like, please, when is it my turn? Can I play? Can I play? I think that sex is like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Because, like, you think it's gonna be good. And then turns out the whole time he was dead. Well, you guys haven't seen my dad's movies? I'm unemployed. Don't do that. I'm unemployed, which means my job is basically two things: jack off and reply guy. So either I'm jacking off, or I'm drinking 10 cups of cold brew, logging onto Instagram, replying to every single one of my friends' Instagram stories, going, "Where is this? Where is that? Oh, where'd you get that? Who is that? Hey, are you mad at me? I love you. Who is that? Wait, where is that? Is anyone replying? No. Does that stop me from messaging them every day? No. It's my job. I like going to the gym when I'm not doing that, when I'm not jacking off. I don't like when guys hit on me when I'm at the gym, because I'm like, dude, I'm so freaking drunk right now. I'm like drunk, high. I can't even see you. You know what I mean? I also like smoking weed. Yeah, I love that stuff. I think I'm the first person in my family to ever smoke weed. My parents are both freaking virgins as hell, so. I get really creative when I smoke weed. I think most inventions were made when the inventors were high. Like, I think Thomas Edison was probably like, oh, dude, I get it. I'm just gonna steal my friend's ideas. Where are my history nerds are over here. Awesome. That guy was a poser, if you didn't know. I am bisexual. Hey, you ever seen one before? West Side? Yeah, I am bisexual. I don't like dating men. They're so annoying and like, they get so grossed out by stuff. I was talking to this guy I was seeing about my period, and he got so uncomfortable. It's like 2025. He was like, ugh, oh my God, you missed your period? I was like, yeah, dude, grow up, raise my kid. Can you believe my ex blocked me on Venmo? Yeah, as if I'm crazy enough to go check if he blocked me on Venmo, whatever. You know what? I actually think we should go back to old-fashioned traditional dating. You know, like start going on dates, and then you go steady, and then you get married, and then your husband has disappeared due to mysterious circumstances. Was it the poison that you mixed in his food? Well, I would never do that now. I'd never put poison in my husband's food. I swear, no, it was simply chicken tikka masala, I swear, Oh, well, fine. Take me to prison. I guess that's one place where a man will let me finish my sentence, you know. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I gotta prove to my parents that I'm doing well in my life. They're always asking me stuff like, why don't you try emailing Trevor Noah to get on SNL? And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I want to call them during my set, if that's okay. One time I said I was going to do this, and an audience member was like, what time is it over there? They're in fucking Texas, bro. What do you... Okay, are you ready?
Hello?
Hey, Dad, it's me. What's up?
Damn it, Sahan, are you doing stand-up again?
I am doing stand-up. Why? Why don't you tell a joke to the audience?
I told you to quit years ago, you stupid bitch.
Whatever. You got any jokes, Dad?
Okay, here's a joke. Your sex life. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell? That was like the worst comeback you've ever said.
I want my comeback from your mom.
What? Okay, fine. Give the phone to Mom then. Let me talk to Mom.
Hey, it's Mom. An atheist, a rabbi, and a priest walk into a bar. None of them want to have sex with you. Ha 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 ha.
Wow, what the hell? That's my family, you guys. They suck. Okay, I'm gonna end on this. If I ever quit comedy, I would become a singer, and I want to debut my singing career tonight, if that's okay. And when I'm done, I would love for you all to clap uproariously, like you've seen the best freaking thing of your life ever. Are you guys ready? Yes. I'm gonna be doing a cover of the circus theme song. Yeah, da 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 da. Thank you guys so much. I've been Sahana. Thank you.
Yes! Keep it going for teachers! We love teachers! Keep it going for the firefighters! Yeah, make some noise for the troops! Yeah, keep it going for the military-industrial complex! Let's hear it! Make some noise for the innocent lives lost to abortion! By which I mean abortion doctors targeted by pro-life activists! Yes! What? Keep you on your toes, keeping you guys on your toes. Hope we're feeling well. People having drinks, I see, that's good. Maybe some drugs are happening here too, maybe. Do be careful with drugs. I have lost friends to drugs. By which I mean I did take an edible and talk too much during Monsters, Inc. So, did not get invited back to that friend group, yeah. Too many hot takes on Mike and Sully's unique relationship, but I was in New Orleans last weekend. Any NOLA fans? I feel like I've been lied to. No one was telling me this is the best city, I think the best city in the US. Like, I had so much fun. I had crawfish étouffée, which it to me looked like souffle, so I imagine this like dainty pastry. It's actually French for sludge. It's French for just a pile of delicious gravy. I had a hurricane too. Anybody have a hurricane ever? Came with a little cherry in it. Isn't it so sexy when someone can tie a cherry stem with their tongue? I think that's so sexy. Like the culture, we just think that's like the sexiest thing in the world when someone can tie a cherry stem with their tongue. I think it's sexy. I do. Because my penis is the exact shape, circumference, and thickness of a cherry stem. And I can only come when it's tied in a knot, which actually blocks the flow of cum, leading to what I can only imagine will one day be the sweet release of orgasm and death. So, I think it's so sexy. Oh, the culture. I did have fun down there. I am single, currently in between blowjobs at the moment, and I'm trying. Do we have singles in the room? It's hard. It's people, the world's not built for us. It's really scary being single. Not because we'll die alone. We will all die alone. If you're in a relationship, you're just kidding yourself. Like, it's your path to take. But being single, you have to live in constant fear that you're gonna bump into someone at an unexpected place. You might meet the one wherever you go. Like when I go to Panera, I don't make eye contact with anyone. That cannot be part of my love story. I do not. Has anyone been in a Panera in the past 5 years? What a case study in the fall of the American Empire. Like, It is somehow everyone's first day at the Panera. 18 years old, 80 years old, they've never touched the POS until I walk up to them. How do you even find that many people? You would think you'd accidentally get someone on their second day. No, everyone's first day. I think they're doing severance, but it's everyone working one day at Panera, and we all just don't remember it. It's embarrassing. You go in, do you know how rough it is to know more about the menu than the person paid to know about the menu? Then I've worked retail, I know it's tough, but then suddenly I'm your first day doula helping you through, like, it's okay. No, it's been 20 minutes, it's not okay. Like, the emotional labor of guiding this prepubescent teen through his first day on the job. I was in Myrtle Beach and I went with my mom to Panera. It's like our little tradition. And this number 2 of a pencil behind the register rings up my entree and then goes, oh, this entree actually comes with a side. Your choice of baguette, chips, or an apple. I was aware of the stakes, young man. You're not breaking news to me, okay? I've been picking my side since you were picking which hand to masturbate there, bud, okay? Calm down. And then they had that lemonade killing people. That was bad. The Panera lemonade. I don't know which is worse. Panera hanging over your funeral as a specter, or Panera playing a role on your wedding day. So that's why I don't go. Keep my eyes to myself. Panera. The fast casual space is ready for innovation. Y'all ever Uber Eat and then Uber Eat more? They say the walk of shame is the morning after a hookup. The walk of shame is the 30 steps I took downstairs to greet the same man. Now bringing me cheesecake. It's bad. Why am I ordering dessert to be brought to me? Am I a king? Like, fetch me your finest Brooklyn blackouts. Like, and look, when I get dessert, I don't want the guy driving across town for 1 piece of cake, so I'll get 2 pieces of cake, a little meal prep them for the week ahead. But then when it gets there, I'm like, this stuff should not be in the house. The only way out is through, and then you eat it all. The road to rock bottom paved with innovation, you guys. Did you know you can take an Impossible Whopper from Burger King, dip it into day-old Papa John's garlic sauce? Oh! Say what you will about late-stage capitalism, the pleasures my tongue has known, our agrarian ancestors never could. Yeah, the best bite is yet to come. The end of the world is delicious. I'm trying to meet somebody. I've been experimenting with bisexuality recently. Yeah, Trump's gonna ban being gay. I'm getting dual citizenship. So you can't just flip a switch, I'm learning. You can't just suddenly everybody knows. Like, I was seeing a friend's show and one of her friends was going too, so I was like, oh, I'll ask her to get dinner before. And so I messaged her and I read online when you're straight flirting, you're supposed to be mean. So I was like, hey, you wanna get dinner? Wear something cute if you have anything cute. Got her good. Got her real good. She responds back, she's like, oh, don't have anything cute. Guess I'll have to wear something slutty. Okay. We're playing. I knew what needed to be done. I'm reading up. I know what to say. I went, good girl. You can vomit in your mouth if you need to. I was like, good girl. 0 to good girl real quick. Like, we get dinner, nothing happens. I asked my friend the next day, what the deal was, and she was like, oh, I told her you were a gay man. So she was experiencing this very differently than I was. I wasn't like a straight guy negging her. I was just a bitchy gay friend, and my thumb wasn't in her mouth like, good girl. It was like, good girl? Where would you want, mama? The night is yours. But we did split the check, so some good can come of it. I'm on the road a fair amount. I had to go visit a Walgreens recently to purchase personal lubricant, which isn't my preferred place to buy it. But I go in, and the lube is on sale. It's $16.99, marked down to $13.99, and I love a deal. So I get to the register, doesn't ring up on sale. It's $16.99, but I don't have the strength of self to say, I know what's going to happen. I know the dance of the floor manager going to get the lube and screaming across the crowded Walgreens like, Astroglide's on sale. I just took the loss. I took the L. And you're not gonna believe me. Y'all aren't gonna believe me. You're gonna be like, oh, he's just making this up. But seriously, as I was buying it, a school bus of 100 nuns comes into the Walgreens and surrounds, it was actually 104 nuns. And you're gonna be like, how'd you know it was 104? They had numbers on them. Each of them had their own little number on them as they came in. And they didn't come in order, so the numbers actually didn't help me at all. I still had to count each of them because they were just a random selection. It was 104 nuns watching me, so I was filled with shame. Next day, though, got a little confidence, a little pep in my step. You guys know why. Because I masturbated. And I went back to the Walgreens with my receipt to get my $3. I go up to the register. Lovely lady there has to walk down to the aisle, get lube for me, bring it all the way back. I have to give her my phone number, my email address, my name, my zip code. I didn't have a Walgreens account. I thought 36 years old, doesn't have a Walgreens account. I thought I had a Walgreens account. And I kid you not, while I'm getting my $3 back, the same school bus of 104, you're like, oh, we don't believe it, 104 nuns come, circle me when I get my $3. It's ridiculous. You don't believe me. You're like, oh, you're just making that up. That's what's so hard about that fact that it happened. You're like, why would 104 nuns even go back to so I lingered. After I got my $3, I stayed. I was in the bushes. I was like, why are 104 nuns coming back to the same Walgreens at the exact same time? I watched from the bushes, and each of them pulls out Astroglide, 2.5 ounces. They were coming back for their discount too. They were. How many nuns were there? 104, yeah. Because it's easy to remember lies. And that's what Christianity was founded on. Applause break. Calm down. You guys are too good to me. You're too good to me. Anybody watch Drag Race? It's a great show. In the finale, Rue always pulls out an old picture of one of the queens and has them talk to their younger self. Do you mind? What's your name, darling? Emma. I'm pulling out a picture of 8-year-old Emma. Emma, what would you tell 8-year-old Emma? What would you say? What would you say to 8-year-old Emma? What wisdom would you give 8-year-old Emma? What? What? What advice would you give to 8-year-old Emma? Do I have to answer that? No. It would benefit me and everyone else here if you did. But I respect your autonomy, and you don't have to. You can ask a friend. You can consult. What you no wisdom for little? You had a perfect life, or yes? You got your feet on the stage. I thought you'd be ready to do some talking. You cute chucks. We both got chucks. Can we do a chuck to chuck? Yeah. 8-year-old Emma. What are you gonna say to her? Them. The person. I'm sorry. Consider your sexuality. What a beautiful thing to say to your younger self. And I was gonna then do this with another person to establish a pattern that I would then break with my answer, but we really spent quite a bit of time with Emma. And so I'm not sure if it's necessary. Here, maybe I'll give you, here's a picture of 8-year-old Zach. And will you ask me the same question back?
Yeah, Zach, consider your sexuality.
Not a bad thing to say. Touche, Emma. Can't believe you beat me at my own bit. You know what else I would say to my younger self? You know what else I might say to my younger self? I'd tell my younger self, I would tell my younger self, this isn't gonna work very much because we have too much of an intimate connection and people, the visual now is gonna be perverse. I would tell my 8-year-old self not to masturbate with my mother's conditioner. See what I said? See what I said? Now, because now every time I hug my mother, just don't do it, young Zach, don't. You need to stop. Or convince her to change to not the Pantene family of products. Thank you, Emma. I'm gonna get out of here. Before I do, for clips to go viral, you have to, have a hook at the beginning of them, something that catches people's eye online and makes them stop or whatever. So I'm just gonna do real quick some hooks. Make some noise if women are people. Whoa! Took you guys a second. I'm gonna kill myself in the next 60 seconds. Now I might. And let's all have a moment of silence for the innocent lives lost to abortion. You guys. By which I mean abortion doctors targeted by pro-life activists. You guys have been great. I'm Zach Zimmerman.
I love the weather. It's getting warmer, right? I'm starting to see my neighbors, In the winter time, I never see my neighbors. I never see my neighbors until I am parallel parking. Then all of New York want to be outside talking about, you got room, you got space, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ah, you hit the curb. I was like, where the fuck did you come from? Go back inside. What's up, guys? I'm Zubi. I'm a superstitious person. We got superstitious people in here. I'm very superstitious, man. I'm a brown person, okay? So we got real crazy superstitions, okay? White people, y'all don't have good superstitions. I'll say that. White people are just like, why would anything bad happen? And you know what? What a way to live. I love that for you guys. Brown people are just like, only bad things can happen. Look around, bitch. Oh, man, I grew up with some wild superstitions, right? The other day, my left eye was twitching. That's bad, okay? Left eye twitching, that's bad. I was like, oh my God, he's cheating on me. There is no he. That's just how I felt inside my heart. Okay, I grew up with some wild superstition. Like if you bite your tongue, that means that somebody's talking shit about you. You know that? You bite your tongue, somebody's talking shit about you. My family's from Bangladesh. We know about Bangladesh? All right, sick. Y'all been to a Dunkin' Donuts? I love that. Let me tell you something, okay? I was so starved for representation as a kid that I would see a t-shirt that said made in Bangladesh and I'd be like, oh! We out here, bitch. We made it. Literally, we made the shirt. Check your tags, all right? Just fucking... Next time you're a Zara, just think of me. That's all I ask, all right? And my family's from Bangladesh, and my Bengali grandmother would tell me this one thing growing up. In Bangla, she would say, Rater hashi golar pashi, which sounds so cute, right? If it rhymes. Translated, it means, if you laugh at night, you choke to death. This bitch was like some sort of joy vampire. She was like, after sundown, laughter? Absolutely not, okay? There are some good superstitions, though. There are some good ones, right? Like if your right hand is itching, that means you're coming into money. We know this one? If your right hand is itching, you're coming into money, which always works for me because I steal, so. Listen, I see a bitch with a Birkin, I'm like, oh, tickle, tickle. What do we have here? Open up. I'm from New York. Anybody else from New York in here? 3 people. All right, just as I expected. I am from New York, man. I love being a New Yorker. I love being a New Yorker, all right? We're tough, aggressive people. Even you guys, like transplants, you feel it, right? You feel the aggression coming in. A little bit violent each year, right? Like, here's an example. I hate catcallers, right? Catcallers suck. We can all agree. Boo, catcallers. Right. But I'm from New York, and I have an attitude problem. So that means I gotta respond. They're like, God bless you. I'm like, did I sneeze? Only a woman from New York can be more intimidating than her predator, right? They're like, hey, ma, let me take you out. I'm like, buy me iced coffee right now. What happened? I thought you wanted to go out. Are you crying right now, you little bitch? What happened, you little bitch? Why are you running? Come back. I am so lonely. Nah, man, catcalls have gone weird. They've gotten personal, okay? This one time I was walking down the street minding my business, and this man stops me and he goes, you're overthinking it. First of all, how did you know? How did you know I was waiting for a text back from Hector? Like, who told you? I do be overthinking it, okay? I overthink when I'm supposed to pull the thing in the bus, okay? I was like, is it too soon? He just pulled out. Like, I am overthinking it, man. I think dating culture is over, right? It's time for the brown people to take over. We're gonna arrange marry all of you. I don't even ask the crowd anymore if they're dating. Everyone's just like, no, we're over that shit. Dating is tough, man. I'll say that. Dating's tough. I do think it's a little easier for women who date men, right? It is easy to catch dick, okay? I'll say that. It is. Because as a woman, all you have to do is go anywhere and just say this phrase. I didn't understand Inception. And a man will just materialize out of nowhere. Talking about, well, Inception is a layered story. It's about a dream within a dream within a dream. Yeah, I'll be a boyfriend and taken. And also we'll talk about Batman after. You guys got scared with that one, didn't you? Yeah. I did go on a date with a man recently. I did. On a first date, this man goes, Zubi, you give me toxic girl vibes. I was like, first of all, you're Dominican. What are you talking about? So then I stabbed him. He did ask me a pretty valid question, right? He was like, would you ever check your partner's phone? Would you guys, anybody here, check your partner's phone? Silence. Okay. Everyone here is healed. Love that for you. Well, I said no. I was like, ew, y'all take your phones to the bathroom. That's nasty. Okay? I'm not trying to get like finger herpes or whatever. I was like, listen, if there was something I needed to find out, the truth will eventually come to light. Right? The truth will eventually come to light. Or I'll make something up in my head. He was right about the toxic thing. Because here's the thing, guys. Why would I need to check your phone if the truth came to me in a dream last night? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got premonition for days, bitch. I don't need you. I'm in my 30s. Anybody else in their 30s? Make some noise. Okay, that was one sexy yawn. Hell yeah. No, I love my 30s, man. I like my 30s. You really know who you are in your 30s, right? You're like, man, I can wear one type of sock, okay? I'm a Hanes bitch till I die now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't fuck with other things. This is who you are now, you know? Spending way too much time in the bread aisle trying to figure out what's giving you gas. You're like, is it riboflavin? Show yourself. I do. I like my 30s. It is a little bit embarrassing dating in your 30s, though. You know, it is. Because as a millennial, I'm just like, how am I supposed to have a crush when I barely have the will to live, you know? Like, personally, I can't do it anymore. I have friends in their 30s coming up to me being like, Zubi, I have a crush. I'm like, bitch, you should have a family, okay? What the fuck is going on, man? We gotta stop with this. Get out of that polycule, okay? It's over. Stop trying to be sexy. It's done, okay? Oh, man. We know about polyamory, polycules. No? There should be some of you in one right now. Okay? Polyamory is just microdosing a cult, you know? It is. There's no reason to be scared. Or just another thing that white women in Brooklyn stole from Muslims, okay? 4 wives? That was Ardia. Come on. That was us. I'm kidding. I know it's not the same thing. But I did meet a couple one time in a polycule, and I asked them how many people were in their polycule. They said 10 people. 10 people. I was like, bitch, that is a startup, okay? You better get your LLC right now, okay? Sign some tax forms. What are you doing? All right, matter of fact, call HR. Some of you are not clocking in, okay? I don't know if you guys know how polycules work, but they are keeping charts, okay? They're keeping charts. They're on Google Suite, okay? They're paying for the whole thing, all right? You ever made a chart for the love of your life? All right, they're making pivot tables to figure out who's going on a date with who. I'm just like, bitch, fucking cheat on me, okay? Just cheat like a normal person. Lie like a normal person. I'll figure it out. My eye will twitch. Like, I don't... You guys having so much fun. Keep it going for you.
I'm 42. I don't know why that's so funny. You can be 42 in Brooklyn. They'll let you do it. They'll let you be 38. They'll let you do the whole thing. And I am thinking about mortality a lot more. I've never been this close to dropping dead. That's why I'm dressing better. I cut out graphic tees. I can't be found in a band shirt. Some poor paramedics, like white, male, 40s. Billy Joel, River of Dreams tour. Guess he had a heart attack. But yeah, I'm at an age too where like everyone's pressing me to have kids. I never really been into it, but I'm a first-time uncle. I got a 3-year-old niece named Annabelle. She's kind of turned the tide. I've seen the perks. Because I always feel so dumb, you know? I've been alive so long. I know so little. I hang out with her. She knows nothing. I feel like a genius. It's incredible. We walk around. She'll be like, Antony, what that? I'm like, a bucket. She's like, bucket. And I'm like, I am a smart man. But then I realized my own life. My best friend is a physics teacher. His wife is an electrical engineer. I was like, oh, I'm his Annabelle. All day, I'm like, what that? He's like, that's why Earth can't be heated by moonlight. I'm like, bucket. Oh. But then toddlers, they decimate your self-worth too. They love to humiliate you with the games they make you play. My niece, her favorite game is called Baby. She's the mom, I'm the baby. And she puts on this terrifying little voice. Like her whole demeanor changes. She just walks up to me and she just goes, what's wrong, baby? And I have to be like, I'm sad. She's like, that's good, baby. And then she makes me weep. She's like a director who needs options. She's like, now cry, baby, cry. And I have to be like, when? In front of my in-laws, mind you, who no longer respect me. I can feel my wife being like, I'll never fuck you again. Like, those days are long gone for you. And then the whole game ends, she goes, does baby need his bottle? And then she force feeds me from a fake plastic bottle. And then she goes, there, now the baby feel better. I'm like, no, the baby feel unsettled. Who are you? But I guess it is an applicable skill. Because people, the kids, are always like, what do you think she's gonna grow up to be? I'm like, oh, dominatrix. Seems like that is the route. But then parents too, man. You love your kids so much, you lose sight of reality. I got a 1-year-old nephew too, and he loves Minnie Mouse. I was in Target, I saw a Minnie Mouse shirt. I just want to get him the shirt. I asked my sister-in-law, she goes, no Minnie, only Mickey. I'm concerned about his masculinity. Oh my God. I know, man. Yeah, he drinks milk out of a sippy cup. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be like, do we have an alpha in the room? Like, are you in mind? It's not homophobia either. Like, obviously she knows liking Minnie Mouse is not gonna change his sexuality. That is how far we have come. She's like, if he's gay, he's gay, but no son of mine, Bottoms. But anyway, I did not get him the shirt. I got him a wife beater that says, pussy slaps. He'll be fine. We are thinking about having kids, and I get it, you know, the dilemma of doing that now, especially with climate change. Everybody that I tell that to, they're like, it is irresponsible bringing a child into this world. It's like, man, shut up. You don't know my child. Maybe they'd thrive in that landscape. Some little machete warlord I can't control. Other parents are like, my kid got straight A's. I'm like, Frederick is siphoning gas at a 4th grade level. Nobody sucks like my boy. Even if we are wiped out as a species, it's not gonna matter whoever we were, our best people, their accomplishments. Look at the dinosaurs. They just have whoever representing their existence. Just follow me. They ruled the earth, they died out, we dug up their bones. We don't even know if these were famous dinosaurs. Just some mediocre raptor who died at the right time in the Smithsonian. The other dinosaurs are probably like, you put up Charles? We used to make fun of his hands. My point is, we will be the dinosaurs to whoever inherits the earth next. They're gonna dig up our bones, put them in their museums. It's not gonna be Michael Jordan. Depending on where you look, it's gonna be whatever group there was the most of us. America, we got real estate agents / entrepreneurs. Europe, they got soccer players with floppy hair. China, they have fair and just leaders who care about their citizens so much. They watch their every move. Good people, I think. I would say the one group we do have in abundance, and this is a fucked up thought, but great artists, musicians, even comedians who have turned out to be pedophiles. With that in mind, do you think regular pedophiles are like, do I have a hidden talent? And do you think regular pedophiles think they're better than celebrity pedophiles? They're just like, yeah, anyone could lure a kid with a private plane. I'm doing this on a teacher's salary. Those are chops, as far as I know. I'll unite the room. I'll tell you what I like about gay guys. I'm straight, but they're better than us. Wherever they go, they make everywhere so much more aesthetically pleasing. I think it's because, hygienically, there's nothing dirtier than a man's asshole. So, for them to do what they love to do with an asshole, they have to meticulously clean and scrub their own. And if you can turn a butthole into a vagina, you can make a house into a home. I don't know. I mean, I've lived in New York for 15 years, obviously. It's a very woke town. Some ways it has made me more conservative, because, like, you know, we are thinking about having kids, and then, you know, I'm a pretty liberal guy, and then someone will be like, Bin Laden was misunderstood. I'm like, yeah, I'll homeschool my kids. I don't really care about that. But it definitely made me more progressive. It's definitely helped me understand being trans. A lot of what being trans is you're sacrificing what might have been an easier life to be exactly who you are. That's everybody who lives here. They're like, yeah, I could have been a homeowner in Portland, Maine. Now I split a 2-bedroom with 4 people because I gotta be me. But no, I am trying to have more empathy in general. Like, I feel bad for Gen Z. I know they're having less sex because porn's desensitized them. That's definitely true. Before porn, man, to turn me on, I just had to be near a bra. Man, now I'm so jaded, I've watched videos where after the scene ends, the actors come back on just to let you know they're okay. Like they do with animals in movies. They're like, no one was hurt during the taping of Schindler's List. Everyone's fine. You guys are great, man. Thanks so much. Have a good restaurant. Bye-bye.